It's a 68, not a... You guys loved this one when we were going back through the motor, and I owe you an update. We kind of fell off on the shorts because of the holidays and the kids and the life, whatever. Doesn't matter. This is our customer Pete's 1968 Mustang Coupe. This has been here several times. It is back. It has done fun stuff. It has done repair stuff. It has done some combination thereof. This go round, we got it back to him after we got it running. Ivan did most of the work on this deal, and it is a 289 with a slight overbore and some touched up heads and a Performer RPM intake, and now it has a Trick Flow Stage 1 roller cam in it, which is not very huge. It's like 500 lift, 218, 222 duration, something along those lines. You guys can look it up. Anyways, so it was running okay, but he said it didn't want to steer the other day, and it puked power steering fluid. So we had a power steering line that was not secured exactly as it should have been. That one's on us. It was a little taut. It's okay. It seemed to work fine for a while, but in driving, it was a little off. So anyway, so we just replaced that power steering line. The pump was still good, all that fun stuff, not a problem. The alternator that we had just put on was not charging super well also. And then he said, man, this thing really needs to stop better now that it runs better. So we did a set of disc brake upgrade in the front, completely resealed the rear end, so new fluid, new seal around the center section, new wheel bearings on the outers, new brakes, new drums, new shoes, all that fun stuff. So it's basically got a fresh braking system except for the master cylinder, and parking brake cables readjusted, all that fun stuff. Got those nice discs in the front. Still running 14-inch wheels for the time being. And then we discovered that we had some fuel pressure fluctuation, and so we added a adjustable fuel pressure regulator because we were seeing 70 psi at the Sniper. This is a Sniper 2. And then once we got the fuel pressure situation figured out, Ivan went in and made this thing as spicy as he can, given what we've got to work with. Almost as spicy as that motor, which is not going to be super spicy, but that is, this is for Steve's Yellow Car. If you haven't seen Steve's Yellow Car, check out the channel for that. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell, all that fun stuff. This is a Roller 302 with GT40 heads, and then we're going to have another, like a YN Stealth intake, so another dual plane intake, and a 600 CFM Holly sitting on top of it. The cam in this one is, so this is eCam 303 Plus, the Summit Racing version of the old Ford Motorsport letter cams. So my plan is to get this car, which lives local, and this motor, which goes in Steve's car, and they both have C4s, and they both have the same ratios, and they're both 68s, and they're both C-code cars, except it'll be fastback versus coupe. This one's got a little more heads and a little more camshaft. This one's got the Hot Boy Spicy tune-up by Ivan, and we're gonna line them up, and we're gonna see what happens. So make sure you join us for that. Now, what we're going to do right now, because it's Saturday and it's about 1:15, we need to eat some food. So we're going to go on a little drive, and you guys get to go with us, and we're going to see how this thing does, because Dylan and Ivan have driven it, but I haven't driven it since we finished doing all this stuff. So I trust them, but it's a cool car. I still want to drive it. Duh.
We all know what's going to happen when you line my car up against this car, right? I mean, we know what's going to happen. I'm probably going to get my ass kicked, but that's okay.
All right, honest cold start. Here we go. There's both my feet down here. No gas. That's not bad. Wanna go for a ride? runs 120% better than it did.
Are there any seatbelts back here?
There are no seat belts in
Those
the
are
back
optional.
seat in 1968.
All right then.
Also, it downshifts now.
Suspect has increased speed to 120.
All right, Steve, I'm coming around on the appeal here. I do need an armrest though. Or is that where you just hold your beer? I'll quit doing that hand signal.
Yes, hold your
Just
beer.
hold your beer.
Whenever you sit still, so I have it set up to where it gets rich when it's hot to cool it back down, and it pulls a little bit of timing out of it.
Ah, so this is what my dad felt like back in the day. Cruising around with the homies. My old man had a K model fastback, 289 hypo 4-speed. Orange with orange and black houndstooth interior. I think his was 65, 67, maybe. But he said he used to get out in front of the Chevelles, but then the big block Chevelles would run him down at the 8th mile.
These things even come with sway bars.
Yes, but they're very, very tiny.
The
Suggestion.
big block cars, maybe hypos. C-code 2-barrel 289 cars probably didn't, or at least not
Mine's
much of
got
one. Yours has one.
Yep. They're just really small. The trick is you upgrade. You can go to the big block, which is a 1-inch sway bar, or actually people recommend a full 1 1/8 sway bar.
1 1/8, 1 1/4. Yeah.
So that's the go-to. So you definitely want to upgrade the sway bar to a 1 1/8.
What about the rear?
Your recommendation back there is
Panhard rod,
Panhard rod.
Watts link, track bar, magma.
Liquid hot magma.
All right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up on this 68 Mustang Coupe. We are next door at one of our neighboring shops. We got some funky weather coming in this weekend, and our buddy Matt here at L7 Bespoke Land Rovers is out of town for the weekend. So we pulled some stuff in here so it doesn't get all snowed on and hailed on and whatever else is going on. So that is cool. Our 289 with our roller cam conversion. Final thoughts on that. There's a lot of guys on the internet, they're going to tell you you have to run the smaller base circle cam. You do not. You do have to run the right lifters. Also, I will say we've lately run into lifter problems. So make sure when you're buying lifters, you do buy higher quality stuff. Don't find the cheapest thing on Amazon or eBay. Please, you'll wind up having to tear a motor back apart. And on a lot of this stuff, when you go to roller cam and use the big tall lifters, especially with the link bars, you will run into lifter failures, and you got to pull the head off in order to get those in and out. Power wise, we're probably getting close to 300. I will say the original Holley tune versus our tune, like the Holley self-learn versus our tuning, is a dramatic difference. This thing right now, it needs a little more cleanup. You know, it's a good car for cars and coffee and cruising around and just having something old and cool. Is it fast? No. Does it keep up with modern traffic? Absolutely. If I were to continue on this project for the time being, it absolutely needs an overdrive and it needs a little converter. The TFS TrickFlow Stage 1 cam that's in it now, it could use a little bit of converter with a C4 and a highway geared rear end. So that would be my recommendation is just plan on putting a little bit of torque converter in there and preferably an overdrive. We learned a lot of lessons on this motor. We're going to be applying those to Steve's yellow car. If you haven't seen that video, be sure to check those out. That car's got TFS Stage 2 cam, so slightly bigger, what would be known as an E cam. This is more like a B cam, just for you old school guys like us that were in high school in the 90s when that stuff was new-ish. The main takeaway on all this, you know, the power is all made in the cylinder heads and in the camshaft. The bottom end just supports all the rest of that. That's the main thing. You know, an engine is an air pump. You got to get that air in, you got to get that air out. And that's the main thing. So on Steve's car, we've got a motor going together. You guys haven't seen the video, hasn't been released as of yet on that one. When you do see it, you will see GT40 heads, which is kind of your base upgrade. And your, you know, it's running dual plane kind of RPM air gap style intake, just like this one. And it's also still got a C4 in it. We're probably going to put an overdrive in that car. And we will find a day. Oh, that car's going to have long tubes. This one's got shorties. Long tubes always make power. The old heads at the speed shop were wrong. Shorties don't make torque. Long tubes, high RPM, that is wrong. Long tubes make power everywhere. If you want proof, go watch some Engine Masters episodes. Those guys got it all figured out. Shout out to Freiberger and Dulcich and Steve Brule for putting in all the work on that stuff and, you know, dispelling those myths. So, new brakes, new shocks. No, not new shocks. It already had new shocks on it. So we got the new brakes. We got the disc brake upgrade. We've redone the rear. We've serviced a bunch of stuff. Put new, resealed the 488. Put a couple new wheel bearings in it. Did the disc brake conversion. We got the motor all done. Power steering with the hydraulic ram kind of sucks. That's what we fixed on this one, but I will say if you're going to go to power steering and you don't already have it, put the box, do the whole Porterson box, the collapsible shaft, do all that. Shelby drop in the front with the front control arms. All these are things we're doing on Steve's yellow car. So what we'll do, since this guy's a friend of ours, we're going to get these cars lined up head to head. And if you haven't seen us do it, be sure you jump in the comments and tell us. Be sure and jump in the comments and tell us where I did something wrong, because Lord knows the internet is going to tell me where I did something wrong. It is late January currently, and we appreciate you for watching. We want you to check out the merch store. Link is down below. Get some swag. That helps out the channel a lot. And more importantly, I guess, even more than that is watch time. So you guys go check out some other videos. We do a lot of cool stuff. We got like 150 something videos up, hours and hours, and we keep it family friendly. I've got a little grandnephew that my cousin's grandson. He watches us like instead of Cocomelon, and it just warms my heart so much. We appreciate you guys. Keep following, keep watching stuff. Follow us on social, Instagram at CodyCrafted. If we can do anything for you, jump in and tell us. Shoot us an email, sales@CodyCrafted.com, or call the shop, CodyCrafted.com. We appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one. Woo! Those are my best little Richard Rawlings. If you made it that far, tell me in the comments. We need more comments. More comments. Bye.